Happy Sunday, everyone, at Build It Big Now. It's that time, we're live. Excuse me. And today's video, I want to talk a little bit about what you can do to increase your sales and your earnings. Hi Rosa, how are you? Superstar! So happy that you're here. Thank you so much for all you're doing and how you're helping everybody. And it's gonna be a great year. We're gonna finish the year with amazing sales, earnings, and our team is doing awesome. So I'm very proud of the work you're doing and also all the teams that follow us. Yes, no hanging in there. Move like a bullet and do the best you can. That's how I look at it. So you're doing great. Congratulations. And we're gonna do today like question and answer. I created this group even when I wasn't gonna do that because I started getting a lot of questions and I know that a lot of you don't have an upline. You follow me on YouTube and you ask a lot of questions. So I decided to create this group and I called it Build It Big Now, which is one of the reasons why we work this business, because we want to build it big right now while we're young, while we can. Because when you get to a certain age, you are not going to have the energy to be able to do what you're doing now. This is a mastermind group, even though I've added a lot of you in this group. And I want to keep it inspiring. I don't want negative comments and negative things. If you're gonna say something, make sure that it's something that helps somebody instead of putting somebody down. We're here to inspire others, and believe me, I don't have the time to correct people. So we are growing with the right amount of people. I've seen a lot of positive comments and a lot of positive sharing. So I'm very happy that you are part of this group. Also, if I manage to keep this live video up, because sometimes it cuts off, I will be able to put it on YouTube. If you missed it, you are also able to share it with your team. And my YouTube channel is Avon Wings. So let's get started. This Sunday, I know a lot of you are spending time with your family. However, we're gonna have a very extremely busy week. And thank you, Rosa. I know that we are all working towards one goal, and I want everybody to succeed. So thank you for also being a big supporter, especially to the Spanish representatives. And by the way, we also have a group that we are hosting. Her name is, the name of the group is Vuele a su Destino. It's a Spanish group, and Rosa and I are keeping it very active. There's a lot of excitement there. So if you speak Spanish or your team members who need support in Spanish, by all means, join that group also if you are an Avon representative. And then Margaret says, and that she is bagging for tossing this week. That's great. I'm not here to tell you what to do. I'm here to give you ideas on activities that are gonna get you there. And Margaret, that is an activity, so congratulations. And thank you so much for sharing. Please share all you want. I'm going to be able to address your questions, and we're here to learn. I don't want to keep it too long, but I want to talk about RedFast, how to increase earnings and sales to save money. When we talk about activities, there are many activities that you can do for your business. I'm going to share the ones that I consider are massive productive activities. Pick the one or the ones that you can relate to and be consistent. For example, Margaret, she is doing the book tossing. The book tossing is great. However, just keep in mind that the return is a 10% or lower on the people that will call you back. It's an average. Some book tossing that I have done, I have passed out 1,000 books, and I have received 20 calls and signups. It all depends on the area that you are tossing your brochures. Make sure that when you're tossing your books, that if you picked an area that you think is going to be a good area where there's no representatives, because you've heard that you have serviced a customer and they said that there's nobody selling Avon in the area, so you pick that area. Give it some time to be able to develop the trust for the people to see that you're consistent with your book tossing. You don't have to do 1,000 books. If you have 50, 100 books, then that's what you do. Just make sure that you are consistent. Inside your books, make sure that you put recruiting flyers, that you have also some kind of discounts. Use the old brochures. Don't use the new brochures, because that's going to cost you money. And Mary says that she will be sharing Father's Day baskets. That's awesome. Please do. That's one of the activities that we work on to increase sales is baskets. Very good, Mary, and thank you for sharing that. Write down these activities so that you know what it is that you can work on within the next, the rest of the year or the rest of your career. This is what works for me. And everything that I do is totally duplicatable. Besides that, I will not tell you to do an activity that I haven't done myself and that I have not put into work. My job here is to show you what works for me. And what works for me is different from what works for you. I can have my own touch, my own wording, and it will never be the same with yours. So personalize whatever it is that I'm sharing with you. Personalize it with your touch, with the way that you are, with the way that you like for people to see you, and the way that you run your business and your team. That's the kind of people that you're going to attract. Arlena says, when holding events like tailgating, how do you get them to sign up on the spot? And I get a few here and there, but not a lot. Any tips? That's a great question. And thank you for asking that question, Arlena. That's another events is another productive activity. So we already talked about baskets, and now we're going to talk about events. You guys mentioned basket and events. When it comes to events, there are many different types of events. Tailgating is an event that is completely free and is stress-free, because you're basically going to a public area. You do not need to ask permission. You just open your tailgate or the trunk of your car. You put up some signs that says free Avon, you do not want to have products for sale unless they give you permission. Because if you're selling in an area where it's not, where it's open and there's nobody around, it's not safe for you to be doing sales. And, I don't recommend it. If you're going to do a sales event, ask permission, hold a table in front of a business, ask a business owner to let you put their products at their store, their baskets. That's what we put at the stores, baskets, so that they can sell it for us and they can make a profit and we make a profit as well. Pay for a spot at your local farmer's market. And when I talk about farmer's market, you might say, well, I don't sell fruits. The Skin So Soft products and the Bug Guard fall into the outdoor category. So you can hold a spot at the farmer's market. And I mentioned farmer's market because they're very inexpensive to have a spot there. Some farmers market charge you $5. The most I have done is $25 for a whole day. So yes, I'm moving away a little bit from the tailgating, but I just wanted to make sure for those of you who did not know what a tailgating is. So when we do tailgating and to sign people in the spot, the first thing that we do is we put out signs that says free Avon. And many of you have watched my other videos about bombitas. The bombitas are sample packs. We call them bombitas because it was fun. It had it was a way to make it fun instead of saying bombs, because I thought that what we include there was like the bomb for our business. So we call it bombitas. And you put a recruiting flyer, you put a fundraising flyer. You can fold up the flyers and put a sample in there, or you just put a sample. You can make your bombitas any way you like to. It's just a nice presentation. And when somebody approaches you, say, what's free? You don't say, this is important, don't say, we're just giving out books and samples. Don't do that, because people are going to run and they're going to think that you're false advertising. It's just a way that you portray yourself with confidence and you talk about what you're doing, because in reality, you are giving them a lot of free stuff. People come to free. And why we put up the signs? Because they're looking for Avon, number one. And number two, if they're approaching your free Avon event, they have personality. So, and they're not shy to say what's free. So that's why we do the free Avon events with signs. So the way that we do it is connecting. We don't try to convince anybody. Kimberly says, have you done tailgating with no samples when you're low on money? Samples will cost you less than books. If you don't have the budget to do your bombitas, because you have to buy the snack packs, at least have some bare samples and business cards. And samples, you can buy 100 samples from Avon for $4. There's a lot of sample deals on the What's New that you can get for $7. I suggest that you have samples. You don't have to have books, but you do have to have samples and a business card. Those are two things. Right now at Vista Print, you have 500 cards at $14.99 with shipping. So, what's the investment? $14.99 for 500 cards, and you can get like 50 samples for like $7 in the What's New with the sample bundles. That is, that is great. And Rosa says that you can make your own samples. That can also be costly, because even if you make your own samples, I think that will cost you a little more than it'll cost you a little more than the samples that Avon have. But if you have the supplies and you have a product that you want to advertise, yes, of course, make your own samples and sample it to the customers there. But I recommend that you use the samples that the company has. They're, you don't have to spend time making them, and you can, you can have a successful event just by investing $20. So it's a great question, Kimberly. However, we're there to promote a free Avon event, and people like free stuff. So let's say that you're promoting with just a sample. You say, hi, and you don't have the bombitas. You say, oh, what's free? They usually come and say, what's free? Give them a sample. Hi, this is for you. We're here, and you give them a sample and their business card. We're here promoting the Avon products and the earnings opportunity. Have you thought about starting your own Avon business? And the person will, will reply. I have videos that talk about how to overcome objections on my YouTube channel, Avon Wings. So I'm not going to go over the entire role play. You can watch my videos there on recruiting. The most important thing is connecting. And you do let them know that today they get $25 in products with their package. And as an extra, what I do is baskets, my $5 baskets, which I also have on my YouTube channel, my Avon Wings YouTube channel. And then I tell them, when you sign up today, you get $25 in products. And you also have a free basket from me, so that you can have your first party and raffle to increase your business and get new customers. So, it's not like something that takes a few minutes to do. The connection process is what's most important. If you're not connected with that person when that person is approaching you, then that person is not going to sign up with you. That person is not gonna get started with you. So I always get names, numbers, and email addresses so I can do follow-up. And then after the events, I set up a text message, not a mass. I send them individually. I copy and paste. Thank you for stopping by at our event. Save my number. I will be contacting you tomorrow or the day after, whenever you guys have your follow-up time, so that I can go over your questions and get your business started. Always assume that you are converting that person into a new representative if they decide not to get started there. And Rosa says, yeah, you're right. The brochures have also samples as well. So if you have a brochure that has a sample in there, you can just use the brochure and your business card and your information, and you don't have to buy, the samples. So Arlena, I hope that this answered your question. Don't get discouraged if you have a low event in appointments and recruitings, because it's a combination of many events that's going to give you the results that you need. If you have one event that does not go good, then you don't quit. doing the events, because you might be at the same spot tomorrow, and it has happened to us many times. Hi, Michelle. And thank you guys for saying hi. I'm really happy that you guys are here. We have been to many events when, you know, it just took one day to have 10 appointments, and, you know, you just never know. I have tried to analyze what it is that's different, and, you know, I never come up with an answer. My best tailgating times is from 11 to 1 p.m. So you can do it earlier. I've been with tailgating at 10, but from 11 to 1 p.m., those are my best tailgating times. And Rosa's encouraging. Yes, Arlena, keep going. It's worth it. Consistency will attract people. That's right. That's right, Rosa. Thank you for sharing that. It's not only about consistency, it's also about excitement and about you giving the example to your team. You know, I see so many representatives that get excited for a week and then they get lost. And I'm like, what happened? Look, you guys, I'm not gonna make you do something that you are not prepared to do. So I don't push people, and maybe, you know, I should, but I don't. I don't like to push people because nobody pushed me. As a matter of fact, I asked questions like you guys are asking, and I didn't get an answer from anybody. I want you to know that what I'm doing and what many representatives do to share is priceless with social media, because not everybody shares, and we share everything with you guys. So whether you are on Avon Wings or not. And Arlena says, I thought about tailgating 3 to 5 days a week until I get to where I want to be. You can't stop once you get to where you want to be. You got to keep going. I still do tailgating. You know, it's important that you conquer your local area. So it's not about, okay, I'm going to get to this level and then stop. When you get to this level, there's a lot more levels. Like for me, a silver executive, a silver executive leader, and there's still two more levels. There's the level of gold executive leader and platinum executive leader. And thank you, Tammy. And Rosa, our why should be enough motivation to get us jumping out the bed. Exactly. And you know, sometimes you also have to look at your need. And when I talk about need, it's not about you not having money for rent or bills or anything. A need is something that is going to make you work towards a goal. So, you know, for example, I could have a need to you know, pay off some bills because I don't want to have that kind of bill. But I also can have a need of taking my family to a vacation. Or in this case, we're talking about Red Fest. How to save for Red Fest. That is a need. You guys need to be at Red Fest. No matter what you are all thinking right now, you have to go to Red Fest. Mary says, do you tailgate at the same areas consistently or move around? That's a great question. I'm gonna go over your question. I'm a goal leader, but we are not consistent yet. And you're recognizing that you're not consistent, Arlena, and that's the first step. Hope to see you at Red Fest. My first, great Michelle, will take lots of pictures. Make sure that you approach me and you say, hey, this is me from Facebook. so that we can take lots of pictures to create, we're going to be able to create the excitement. And my husband's just joined, and hi. So do I do tailgating at the same places? It depends. When I do tailgating, I set up, I try to do 2-day events, because that way if I sign up someone, I can tell them to come back the next day to do training. Do you find tailgating at supermarkets, restaurant work better than empty parkings? Amanda Bison is asking. No, it all depends where you are set up. When I do tailgating, I make sure that I am in a high traffic area that they can see me. Not a busy shopping center, because if you do a tailgating and you are having difficulties with people parking, you can cause an accident. People get distracted and look at you. Make sure that you set up at a place where you're not obstructing traffic, but that you have some kind of traffic. I hope that makes sense. So, what happens if they tell you to leave? Just leave. Just say, I'm here just promoting. One of the tailgating sites that we go to, is at the end. We set up at the end of the shopping center, and there's other shopping stores right there where they can see us. It's a shopping center that is, goes in kind of a circle, and then in the middle is like this huge parking lot. So we go to the area where people don't have don't have to park, or it's a busy trafficked area. Hi Brianna, thank you for joining us. Have your questions ready, everyone. And then people come and park, and it's fine, it's not obstructing traffic. And if they stop in front of your car and there's other cars coming, tell them, can you please park? Because when they stop and park and they get off to talk to you, they're investing their time on talking with you. And if they say, okay, I'm busy, I gotta go, I just need a book, and then just hand them a book and hand them a sample. So, make sure that whatever place you pick that is safe for you. Sometimes it doesn't have to be in a parking lot. Sometimes it can be on the side of the road, where people, just make sure that people have parking space, that you're not obstructing the flow of traffic and cause, an accident. Just use your common sense, you guys. And, make sure that people can see you from the road that is trafficked. You don't want to be in an empty space where there's no traffic, because you're not going to have people stop by. Let's say that I tell you you can't be there. Just tell them, okay, thank you, I didn't know. I'm just promoting in the area. I'm a local Avon representative, and I'm looking for customers and team members. And let them know that you have no products to sell. Most of the times they're telling you to leave so that you can be safe. So that happens with one that we go to. We even have sometimes, security and cops passing by to make sure that we're doing okay, but we are allowed to be there because we're not making sales. So when they stop us, they ask us, are you selling something? And we tell them no. Now, a lot of you know that we have a magic bus, and a magic bus is an Avon bus full of advertisement. That's a large scale tailgating. That's what I call it. So we can't park the magic bus just anywhere, because it brings a lot of attention, and if we don't have a permit, they can ask us to leave, and it's it's costly to move the bus. So we want to make sure that we do ask for permission, and wherever we go to set up the bus, that is a secure parking where we are allowed to be there by the business owner. So I want you to see the difference. We invested over $50,000 on our bus, where you have your car and you can do the same without investing $50,000 because you already have a car. So that is the difference. Don't think that you need a magic bus, or you need a tent, or you need this big investment to do an event and bring in your sales and your recruiting. So let's go over the RepFast saving activities. We are planning for RepFast, you guys. You must be there. As I spoke to you, you have to be there. RepFast is once in a year conference that Avon gives us. You're gonna be able to learn, network a lot. Besides the free stuff that they give you, which is, well, way more than what you're paying. You know, it's about the seminars that you're gonna have, and what you're gonna learn, and how you're gonna get inspired. Hello, Madupe, my sister. And yes, like Rosa says, it's a life-changing event, and it's a huge turnaround in your business. Absolutely. So I want to tell you that my first conference changed my life. I was very influenced by Vondell McKenzie because I heard her testimonial. I was also very motivated with the Rich and Famous of Avon video, which you can still watch on YouTube. I encourage you to watch that and share it with your team. Anyways, when I heard Vondell McKenzie, and she was saying that she was earning over $8,000 every 2 weeks from her Avon business. Hi, Sarah from Ohio. Thank you for being here. I immediately said, I'm gonna be like her. And it was I always look at what other people do, and I don't put myself into another category but success. If this person is successful, I'm gonna do it too. So my first goal was to make $8,000 because I saw that I liked $8,000. How many of you like $8,000 every 2 weeks, right? Yes. So I said, wow, $8,000, that's going to be my first goal. For many years after that I continued to work my business, I was able to be in the room with these top earners, and I always said, I gotta take a picture with Vondell. And till this day, I still get nervous when I take a picture with Vondell because she is my idol. So Amanda asked, how long did it take you to reach SCUL? It took me 2.5 years from the time that I said, I'm gonna be an SCUL. My first goal leader now, and back then was executive, and she got to executive leader with me, and it took us a year to get there. And then after she titled, and after I titled, I was in a search to find my next goal leader because we needed to have 2 goal leaders. Back then, in order for you to be a senior executive, you had to have 2 executives or 2 goal leaders with the new compensation plan. So I immediately started looking for my next one, and it took me it took me another year and a half to get, it took me a year and a half to get to gold leader. It took me another year to get to get my other gold leader, and to find the person that would say yes. So it took me total 2.5 years. And we titled in 2007, and that's when my husband joined me, because I made the commitment to give him 2 years before before he made the decision that I had to go back and get a full-time job. I had to make it work, or if not, I would have to go back to work. So that's my story. Yes, I know that you are all extremely focused to get to the top level. RevFest is going to give you an opportunity to experience that excitement. Find your idol. Find the person that makes you nervous when you say, my goodness, I want to be like her. Not everybody, or like him, not everybody can relate to the same person. There's many successful people. Find your idol or your idols and just follow them. Follow successful people, and customize your business to where you want it to be. Okay, thank you, Amanda. Yes, and we have friends from every place, Canada and Spain, and so we're all part of the Avon family. And Amanda, you were able to relate to me and my leadership style. Any other people have other idols. So, who do you want to be with? Who do you want to be like? What inspires you? Vondel's story inspired me because Vondel started leadership when she was 65 years old. So she was not a young person. She was already retired, and she was successful already. So thank you, Rosa. You're my idol too, believe me, because I see you work so hard every day and just following everything that's gonna make you money. And that's all there is. If you want to make money, you just have to work on what it is that's gonna make you money. So the activities that we are working on, you guys, write them down and find a way to get to those activities daily. At least work on one of those activities daily. I'm only asking to pick one a day, one activity a day that you can work on to develop. That's not hard, okay? One activity a day. Okay, so these are, number 1, fundraisers. Learn how to do fundraisers. They are the easiest thing to do, and yet not very many of you are taking advantage of it. Number 2, parties. Start doing your parties, and you can do them at home. You can do them at a customer's house. It's as easy as just asking a customer, listen, I know you know a lot of people. I like you. You have a beautiful home. Can I host a party here? And yes, consistently, Carlos says, consistently. You have to be consistent. Then number 3, online sales. You guys, use the Avon Social Media Center. Whether you have a smartphone or a computer, just go to, sometimes the computer, the smartphone, it's too small. I want to see more. So I go to my computer and I share to my social media from there. Social medias that you can have, Facebook, Twitter, your Facebook pages. Make sure that you open up a Facebook page of your Facebook. Google Plus, YouTube. Start doing your own videos so that your representatives, your customers can look at tutorials on products and they can order them from you. If you don't want your face in a video, then just point out to a product and just do a video, looking down to that product. Instagram. I love Instagram. I get more following in Instagram than, a lot of the social medias that I have been with less time. What else? It's a combination of all of them. Pinterest. So, start with those. I already told you Facebook. I already told you Pinterest, Twitter. Those three. And Google Plus. Those four are the ones that you use for your social media center. And, once you start having those social media, it's as easy as just putting a click and it gets shared in different places. Some people don't think that it works. Believe me, people are watching and you don't even know. The other day, it was funny because one of my team members, she was sharing with me how one of her friends says, man, this woman doesn't sleep. I open Google Plus and she's there. I open Instagram and she's there. I open Facebook and she's there. I open Pinterest and she's there. It's consistency because it doesn't take more than one click to do it daily and consistently. Okay. Products on hand. That's another topic, another activity. You have to have products on hand. Products on hand guarantee earnings because if you're going to an event or if you're going to anywhere, you are guaranteeing a sale. If you want to earn $100 a day, you're going to do it with your products in hand and you're still going to get orders from your books. That's still going to happen. And Mary says, don't forget the products and wear that jewelry. Yes. I get lots of sales by people asking. That's correct. And my husband and I were, thank you so much, Mary. My husband and I were talking about that, how he was sharing that at one of the events, one lady came and greeted him, and then she says she smelled him and she said, "Oh, that's not Avon," and he says, "Yes, it is Avon, and it's Iron Man." So, how does he feel that you're wearing a fragrance from another company or a bag from another company? Or, dresses is okay because you can have dresses from other companies too, but also buy the Avon dresses. I don't buy any jewelry. As a matter of fact, I tell my husband, don't buy me any jewelry because I'm not going to wear it. I will not wear any jewelry that is not Avon. I would be embarrassed if somebody asked me, oh, is that Avon? And I said, no. I just have to run away from the earth. So that's a great thing, Mary. Thank you so much. Start replacing all your products. If you go to your bathroom and you open your cabinet and you don't see Avon in there, you're not making money. And yes, my husband, believe me, my husband loves Boucheron and he loves Polo and all. But you know what? I told them, if you want another fragrance, I'm not going to buy it from you because it degrades our business. So I make sure that from the early beginning, we all made the commitment. We both of us said, you know what? We're going to use 100% Avon. Yes, I'm a cheap date too. So I love the Avon products. And yes, they're very inexpensive compared to the department stores, but the quality is better than department stores. The skincare is amazing. And Kenya says that that's exactly what I do, replace her products, makeup, etc. Yes, Thank you so much for sharing that. Also, okay, we talked about products on hands. The last one is baskets. Baskets have been a great way for us to get a quick sale. Do incentives, we do raffles, we sell tickets, we do lottos, we do everything. Our team does everything with baskets. Instead of giving products and raffles and using products for raffles, I use baskets only. Baskets. I love baskets. And I make money. As a matter of fact, we did a video on Baskets 101 and how to sell them. It's on the YouTube channel, Avon Wings. Go to the playlist, Baskets, and it's there. I'm going to give you a tip because a lot of you think that you can't do baskets. Father's Day is coming, you guys, okay? So make sure that you start planning your events and taking orders for your Father's Day baskets. And then the rest, you do it either on the day of the event or, as you go. But if you miss that opportunity to have your sales event for Father's Day, you're not going to get that. Yes, thank you. Thank you, Kenya. And her customers love her baskets. Great. I know that it works. And it's a service that you can do all year round. Ask your customers how many of these products are for gifts giving. When you ask them that, believe me, they're going to ask you to make a basket every time that they have something, that they have something, an event, an activity, and, a party. Carlos says, don't forget Carlos on Father's Day. He says he loves Avon baskets. Okay. I'm going to give you a tip on baskets. Okay. How would you feel if I can tell you that you can do 25 baskets with $3? You can put together 25 baskets with $3. Would you like to do that? Would you like to learn that? I'm going to give you what you can do. 25 baskets with $3. Use the party bags. The party bags at Dollar Tree, you get 25 bags for $1. Okay? You can get them in any kind of color. Any kind of, you can even get them clear. Okay? The basket ribbon is, and you can tie the ribbon, is going to be at Dollar Tree for $1. You need two. You need two because with one, you're not going to have enough. Okay? So you just tie a nice bow. Make sure that if you're going to do for Father's Day, that you use a masculine ribbon. Now, it all depends on how big of a bow you make. You might need 3 of the bows at the Dollar Tree instead of 2. But they cost $1. The ribbons cost $1. Get you the sets. Right now, the Father's Day sets for Wild Country, you get a set of 4 for $11.99 minus your discounts, okay? It's in the book. You can look at the books and the deals and get them from there. You can separate it into 2. One you can make the fragrance and the aftershave, and the other one you can do the deodorant with the body wash, or vice versa. Separate them. You sell one for $10, and then you can sell the other one for $15. You get $25. You pay customer price is $11.99 minus your earnings up to 50%. And make them pretty. Just put them together with the party bags and get your sets at your table. Set up an event. It's going to cost you $3. or $4. Let's say it's $5 for 25 baskets. It's that easy. Okay? So, you know, it's all on what you want to do with your business. If you say, okay, I don't have money to invest in materials, you're not going to do it. If you say, you know, I'm going to take this and make it this big out of nothing, that is going to work because, you know, it's a building. It's a building and an excitement and something that people are going to want to be part of. You know, sometimes when we're laughing at our events, when we have other representatives there sharing and happy and all in uniform, and we're there having a great time, people want to be a part of that. Some people don't even want to join a business because they don't have the time, but they want to feel part of, you know, the fun, the community, that the relationship, the social life. What are you portraying with your business? What are you showing your team? What kind of example are you showing your team and your customers with the things that you do every day for your business and to increase your business? So that's all I have for you guys. Let me know if you have any questions. I will answer a few questions. I don't want to go over an hour. So you have the activities that we're working on. Make sure that you work on at least one a day. Yes, of course, events. You know, the parties is part of, you know, doing parties is part of doing events, and products on hand is part of doing events. So, you know, it's all there. All you have to do is find what kind of schedule you have for your business, and don't take it as a hobby, because hobbies don't make you money. Thank you, Tammy, and thank you, Rosa. Yes, and you know, you have to believe in you. You have to know that if I did it, if other people have done it, you can do it too. Okay? I'm not a person that talks about, you know, so much of, oh, you got to do this or that. No, I show you the money. I want to show you that anyone can do it. I don't want to tell you, you got to get out and you got to do this and get out of your comfort zone. No, I'm not going to do that, because only you know if you have to get out of your comfort zone. You don't need to hear anybody tell you you got to get out of your comfort zone. My job here is for you guys to know and to give you hope that this could work for you only if you're willing to take the time and invest in your future, your family, your business, in you. Okay? So off the topic, what lipstick are you wearing? Thank you. This is actually the pencil. These came out, these are the Mark pencils, the big pencils. I'm not sure what the color is, but it stays a lot and it's very glittery. I love it. Thank you, Rosa. You're amazing too. And all of you for being here, and you know, for being my biggest cheerleaders. I really congratulate you guys. And Molly just joined us. Hey, Molly. So, you know, lead by example. Just make sure that you guys, you know, run your business with professionalism. Your social media, keep it clean. You know, don't talk about something that's not going to empower other people. Make sure that it's going to help you, your team, empower others. And if it's not, take it off. You know, don't fight with people. There's people out there that you know, just want to you know, make you upset. Don't pay attention to that. So I was so blessed to find your YouTube channel when we started and learned so much. Thank you, Kenya. Yes, and I know that a lot of you here are gonna be found me through YouTube. So I really appreciate you being part of Build It Big Now. Come to Baltimore to see Carlos and Milagros. Yes, and I know you're gonna be there, Molly. So we're gonna be doing some kick butts videos and live feeds, just you and I. And Carlos, if we can get him in the video, and Lee. So thank you so much for all you do, Molly. You're another inspiration for many representatives. You know, we talked about that today. Pick your hero, pick your idol, pick the ones that are working this business to help you. And no one is gonna take you out of the bed. Your why, your reason why you're doing this is what's gonna get you to work on your millions. And when I talk about millions, it's because I have a big why. I have a big reason to work my business. And that's what makes me crazy. That's what makes me want to just keep going and keep going. I see you guys at RepFest. Please use the hashtags to build the excitement. It's hashtag Avon RepFest 16, and also consider creating a hashtag for your team, for your whatever it is, your business. Our hashtag is Avon Wings. We also have Build It Big Now. Molly is Onward. What's your hashtag, so that when you're looking at your pictures, yeah, let's get crazy. That's another hashtag. When you're looking at those pictures, all those pictures go into this room, and you can create a different following. We're also using RepFest promos, so you're welcome to use that hashtag. There's going to be a lot being shared there, because we are going to the company is going to be launching a lot of stuff, new stuff about RepFest. So get ready, and hashtag your excitement. Yes, everything hashtag. Just build that excitement, you guys, and let's go for whatever it is that you want. Yes, RepFest promos. Thank you, Molly. Yeah, that's and also on Instagram. Use your hashtags. Once you put those hashtags, you'll be able to see how many people use them, and that's gonna give you a lot of following. Hablamos español. Yeah, share your hashtag, you guys, and let's just have fun. I love you too, Molly. You're an amazing person and friend, and Lee. Also, we love Lee, and many of you. I love you guys. I love everyone. Rosa, she's also one that keeps me going. She's my, my right brain, because she just keeps me working and rolling, and we're keeping this whole thing alive. So I know that a lot of you are doing that too. So let's keep the excitement going and sharing everything that we're doing. And Jasmine, I really wish Avon could help the single mom with kids to go to these RepFest. I would have loved to go. Looking forward to the videos. You can actually take your kids, Jasmine. Rosa has 4 kids. If you know Rosa, she takes her kids everywhere. She goes delivery, she goes to, so that's not an excuse. And I'm telling you it's an excuse because we have many. My son's been traveling with us since he was 7 years old. And I had to make it work because we had nobody to take care of our son. Nobody. So Austin grew up everywhere. He's been to Hawaii. He's been to everywhere. Yes, it's costly, but you just have to set a goal so that you can get the money that you need so they can go to. Consider bringing a friend to babysit there with you. you know, or your husband, make it a family get together, and yes, build your kids' legacy. You know, we all grew up with situations that we had to make sure that our family was first, and I was not about to neglect my son. So yeah, yes, you can take your children. Rosa is bringing her 4 kids, her husband, of course, and her mom. So, you know, her mom is gonna help the kids in the, you know, it's gonna help with the kids, a babysitting, and yes, she's gonna have a good time too, but they're gonna be, her and her husband are gonna be at the events where the kids are in the room or doing something else with grandma. Yes, and you can rent a room. It doesn't have to be a room at the MGM. If you can find a package outside the MGM, but I'm telling you, what Avon has is incredible. So I would definitely consider staying at the MGM. Yes, everyone knows Austin, our son. He grew up with Avon. Yes, and he has even done videos. If you look at our YouTube channel, there's a video from Austin talking to all the Avon representatives. I remember one time when we had to go to Vegas on one of the trips, and we were running. Thank you, Jasmine, and I would love to see you there. Yes. I wish we got invited to events like this in Canada. They don't have these. Create your own events, Amanda. You know, it will all, you know, come together, but I'm sure you have local events. You know, make sure you find out what's in your area. But what I wanted to tell you, and this is the last thing that I will share, when we did an event, a fair. It's this fair, we've been doing it for 12 years. And the you know, when we did this fair, we had to go to Vegas on a trip, and you know, our team was taking over those days. You know, and the team that was staying there, I totally rely on them. They're really wonderful. Well, my son Austin, our son Austin, the rest of the days that we were not there because he didn't go to Vegas, he put on his black uniform, and he was there helping the girls pass out books. So he said, my mom and my dad are not here, so I'm gonna go there and help the girls. And they love him, you know. So, and our son wants to become a millionaire because he has seen us grow as business owners, and with all this, you know, opportunities that we have now. So, Kenya says, I'm flying to Cali with my best friend. My best friend lives there, and we're going to drive to Vegas to split a hotel room, and we're making it a girls' trip. That's amazing. Yay! I want to meet your friend too. That's awesome, you guys. Thank you so much for sharing, and I see you on the next live video. Make sure you share with your team, and if they want to join the group, please make sure that they know that this is a mastermind group. It's not, I do not want to monitor any negative behaviors. Make sure that you are you know, sharing positively. Share, and you know, add your team. Make sure they are Avon, because if not, I will take them out of the group. So see you at Red Fest at Baltimore. For those of you, we're going to be co-hosting the event in Baltimore on June 23rd. And yeah, I'd like an adult and grow that business. Yes, Molly. And I hope to see you guys there for the Avon 130 year celebration in Baltimore. It's 13 cities, and you must go to one. There's no excuses. You go to your closest one. Rosa is going to be at the one in Miami on the 22nd. We're going to be at Baltimore on the 23rd. You know, there's a whole schedule. I have them all in my calendar. I'm just not going to go through all of them. But, you know, yes, please just make sure that you're not missing any of those events. And I will see you at Red Fest at the Avon 130 year. Be there. You still can register. Go to the website, the Red Fest website, and go to the Avon 130 events and register there. And your team, you can bring a guest and you'll get a beautiful bag full of products. So thank you, Avon, for all you're doing, and see you guys on the next live video. Bye.